Japanese gas giant INPEX wants to renege on $30 million of promised environmental work for its $34 billion natural gas project. Government approval for the massive project was conditional on environmental projects being carried out over 40 years, but INPEX wants to change the deal.
The local economic benefits of the $34 billion it will take to get this LNG project on its feet is something INPEX pushes in its promotional material.
We're here at Bladden Point, where construction of the Ichthys LNG onshore processing facility is heading into its fourth year. And Territorians are at the heart of this complex project. Over 3,000 have worked here already.
But there are conditions attached to doing business. In 2011 and 2012, the lead company in the LNG venture, INPEX, agreed to fund environmental projects worth $91 million to compensate for the environmental impact Ichthys would have on and offshore. The agreement was a condition of approval under federal environmental laws. But now, the ABC has been told, the company wants to drop a third of its promised spending. The Environment Department says INPEX has asked to vary its contract conditions.
The request sought a revised offset program in light of lower than expected environmental impacts for the project.
Sources say INPEX wants to dump land and sea reserves it agreed to set up for the permanent protection of animals such as dolphins, dugongs and turtles in the Northern Territory and save itself $30 million. Also at risk is a $24 million partnership with Aboriginal rangers to co-manage land and animals along a 350-kilometre stretch of coastline. The General Manager of INPEX, Sean Kildare, told the ABC in a statement,
"The variation request was made on the basis that independently verified studies have demonstrated many of the environmental risks assessed at the time of approval are no longer relevant."
He says INPEX has spent more than $100 million on baseline environmental studies. Environment Minister Greg Hunt did not respond to questions put by the ABC. Kate Wild, ABC News, Darwin.